back to before the Quick Trip was there. It was to bring customers downtown, and it started off with a Chamber of Commerce smaller sign. Later on, there was a bigger sign that got taken away when the Quick Trip was built, and then I took out the old sign, fixed it up, and put it on the corner. All these years later, it started to rot away, so I took it home and rebuilt it again. And here we are, getting ready for the parade in the fall and turning it into a float and hoping to put it down on the corner again all these years later.
So, just starting kind of like we already did, tell me a little bit about the shop in as concise an answer as possible.
Well, the name of the shop is Ocooch Books and Libations. We were trying to stay away from booze because this town was temperance town, and the kids' books are right next to the beer. So people get inside and they get surprised by the time they get past the books. Look at that, there's wine back there. So we're basically provisioning the people who like to sit and drink wine and read books. This is the hardcover section, 20 business. This is the Native American section, should be bigger. And the books that are in here are basically captured by me from other people. We do a tremendous number of ordering books for people. They know that I'll look at that author and perhaps get more books by that author. So there are many books here. I have only read one book by the author, yet there's maybe a dozen of some of them. And the local section over here is got David Rhodes' Driftless. This was his bookstore, but I knew him since long, long ago. And we have lots of local authors. Right now, like I said, 3 onion writers from here, there, and Linda J. Berry, who's now in the news again, with many other things, including onion writers, but we're the first of our kind in the nation, according to Publishers Weekly. 16 years, that would be in 2003 we started. So it's been a long time, we're still here, we hope to be here longer.
I love that. Okay, so
We bring them in and people would come in here and go, oh my God, I've never seen this many.
best of
And-
both worlds.
So also, yes, we drink wine and drink beer and read books.
I love that.
Ocooch Books and Libations is the Ocooch Mountains of this area. It was on the Northwest Territories map in 1833. And this is the town. This town is at the Richland center of the Ocooch Mountain Driftless area, and became Richland Center because it describes. The county seat originally was down on the river, the Wisconsin River, where Joliet and Marquette stopped. And at that time, there were the Ocooch Indians in the area. So 1673 till now. When I say now, back in the 70s, it was the Ocooch Mountains. So we changed the names to Mount Tabor. It's a lot cooler with Ocooch.
I love that.
It's interesting, but it's the name of the Indians and the mountains here, or the hills, that you dispute whether it's mountains. And we used it for the name of the store, and was a periodical named that, and now there's a Humane Society and so forth.
I love that. And like you were saying before, give me a brief description of what kind of books are in here. You had talked about it, but just a concise way.
Well, there's a lot of local authors, and of course we've got local authors here. This is the Wisconsin section all along here. A lot of outdoors things. So if somebody's on their way to go to their place in the country and they want to know about the birds there, or if there's somebody who wants to travel around, we've got everything here. It's bird books, map books, hiking books, gardening books, back to the lander books. These books here are the authors that people are interested in. I could get a lot of hardcovers, as they come out all the time in the New York Times. I look at the sheet every week. I pick out these books according to a lot of customers from town. There's the native Wisconsin section here. There's Indians of this area. It explains where they came from. That whole wall over there is fiction by author. And then the children's section is the largest section in the store. We've got vintage books in the cabinet over there. Those would be books that were written by somebody local, like Guard from Spring Green. Signed copies.
Looking for. Along with that, what is the tie between that and the libation part of it?
People ask about the libations, and well, at the time, yes, we drank wine and we drank craft brews. There wasn't even any IPAs out at the time, but we've been going to Brewfest, one up in Chilton, back when there was only 3 bottling in the state. And so when we started putting in the craft brews, there was no one for 60 miles in any direction that had the craft brews that we have. So that was easy to be. Now it's not. Now they're in every gas station. So that was the primary reason. The reason
That why do you think that this shop in particular benefits the Richland Center downtown area?
Well, this represents the downtown because a bookstore finishes off a place. There are people who come to this area, move out to their land in the country because, well, at one time we had the food co-op, but now we have a coffee house and a very nice bakery at the other end of the street, good bar food next door, and a new bistro on the corner. It finishes off the downtown. Maybe it anchors it. It's nice to have books be representing your town.
I love that answer. Do you think there's like a benefit of physical books maybe to you?
Okay,
Why is it
back to
important?
this world. This is a place for people to go to travel. And often they take books with them traveling, but they also come here during the cold parts of winter to have something to read. So it's for everyone, and I think everybody is, well, my town has a bookstore in it.
Thing that I left out that would be important to share.
Oh, let's see.
It's a very wide question.
Well, I like to say, you know, that we're the cradle of women's suffrage and temperance, the first high school band in the nation. Let's see, REC, GTE, Verizon, and Frank Lloyd Wright. Like I said, 3 onion writers, Linda J. Berry. For a town of 5,000 people for 100 years, we've kept up with the world. I always like to say, now everybody that comes in the door, every time one of them says, "Oh look, books and booze," and I'm like,
Great, it's not my choosing.
the whole idea was to play it down because it was a dry town.
Oh, okay.
This is the cradle of women's suffrage, temperance, and so, hey, what you got? This is another Indian writer, this is another Linda J. Berry, and of course, then there's Turfless.
Ooh, can I choose that one?
Like I say,
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to put in a little bit of that, hard to come up with which
Yeah.
one, but these pair well because this is from the Ocooch Mountain Driftless area.